Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the record on this one. Good morning, everyone. So, good morning on IG Land. Good morning on FB. Good morning on YouTube, LinkedIn, and all the other locations. Good morning. Good morning. So we are jumping on a little bit later, and I realized on IG, probably across all the platforms, this morning. Oh yeah, good morning. I'm Dr.Z, Dr. Zary Gross of Greater Self LLC. That part of what was listed on there said reasons, but actually it's about relationships. But based on how the morning is going, we can totally pivot and we can do whatever we want, which is the beauty of being able to share information that comes innately from you and even look at how and why you're doing it. So again, initially we were looking at relationships one-to-one and then one-to-many. And when I came up with that title, what I was looking at or exploring was the one-to-one was really initially the relationship you have with yourself. And then I realized, oh yeah, well, one-to-one could be similar to with one-on-one services. So like if you provide one-to-one services to other people, it's you and that person, that intimate relationship of you and them. And then the one-to-many is kind of similar to like how I'm showing up on this platform. It's my relationship with the people, with more than just one person at a time, and how I can go about structuring all of them in a way that's really supportive to me. So this morning, part of what did happen and take place, and I'm totally in my workout clothes this morning, because I am shifting. And I don't know if you guys do this every month, every quarter, or literally just the beginning of the new year and then let it go, but realigning with your goals and things that you're doing for yourself. So on a personal level, professional level, being able to make those shifts so that what you're doing one-on-one for yourself aligns with what it is you like to be doing, that allows you to have better relationships, intimate relationships, one-on-one with other people, but also one to many. So when people are able to access you in public, or whatever your professional persona is, maybe even specifically your personal persona within your family, you may show up differently in these different areas, and how you want to show up, the reasons you're showing up that particular way can be very different, and yet all literally still be for this. The visual presentation can appear different, but the reason internally may be the same. And that last night, if you all happen to see it in my IG post, I posted how my day started. So I went back to my gym that I originally started with, like in the pandemic, when things like shut down, and I was like, I cannot just stay in the house for real. Once we had permission to go out and of course use our mask and blah, 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 all the things. But going there allowed me to like still own a part of myself and have a space and opportunity to continue to grow and work on, for lack of better words, a greater version of me. I returned back to the gym yesterday. So I posted later in the day what my day started off like, because when I walked out, I was like, whew, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, which means clearly I got a great workout in, and allowed me to be comfortable with, okay, we really need to get back into this, because it felt great. Like, yes, my face clearly had enough. My body was like, we are unsure of how we're going to support you for the rest of the day, but obviously I made it here today. And it also let me know I needed to change my hair again, which is a thing that does happen frequently. So last night, how the night ended, I was like, okay, I'm cool. My hair was still fine and the style that it was in. And then I just had this feeling, was like, yep, I need to take all this out because I want to wash my hair. Hence, fast forward to now, it was important to me to still be able to show up here, hence I'm here, and to also make sure that I showed up in a version that felt good for me. So that meant I kind of accidentally forgot that I also was going to be on here this morning because I got in the shower and I started washing my hair. Now, it may not seem like a whole lot is going on here, but when you have gotten to a space of truly being able to appreciate those small moments with yourself, so taking a shower, any parents out there will understand going to the bathroom alone. It's like, oh, I don't have an audience in here. I don't have to do a one-to-many in the bathroom or intimate one-on-one. I can just be with me. This is amazing. So I literally did get stuck washing my hair and then got out and was like, OMG. You have got to maintain your good morning, maintain your integrity and still show up, even though I was late because I chose me over everybody else in the moment. I chose to make sure that I did get a chance to finish washing my hair out and comb it and look at least a little bit decent. And was like, you know what? You're working out later today anyways. Go ahead and throw the workout clothes on. Good morning and show up anyways. Show up because it's important for me to be in integrity with what I said I was going to do so that I feel good. Even if other people forget, I find that I am a person that ends up being in a space because of my one-to-one relationship with myself, still replaying over periodically things that I committed to myself. And then looking at, did I show up for that? Did I show up for me? Did I finish what I said I was going to start? Or did I stop doing something that I was fully aware was no longer going to be beneficial to me, regardless to how it was going to impact other people, hence the shower. And I did not forget on purpose, but it was like, I had the good wash going on. I was like, okay. Then I was like, ma'am, you have business to attend to. You said you would show up, you would do a tea talk this morning, you would be discussing one-to-one and one-to-many relationships. So this process of enjoying yourself, while it was great, expedite the process to get on to the next thing, which is the one-to-many. How am I still going to show up for what I said I was going to do, for the people I said I was going to do it for? And again, everybody may or may not care, but when you start to develop a really authentic relationship with yourself, that one-on-one relationship, you will care more about what you say, why you say it, and then how you actually show up for you as well as for others. So part of being able to show up one-to-many isn't just about, helping a lot of people. It's making sure that you're also in a space and in a position where you're actually the best version, you're 100% for the day. And folks that have worked with me know that I do stress that a lot. What's your 100% for today? Can you show up and give your 100%, which may look very different than yesterday's 100%. It may look different than whatever tomorrow's going to look like. But in the midst of that, check in with you first. Make sure you're good, you're in a space, and you're fully aware of what you have the capacity for the day. You're aware of if you have time. And some days, I'm sure all of you have had this experience, and woke up and was like, you know what? I literally do have time today. I got all day long for whatever people want to bring. Now, it doesn't have to end in the mean way, like I got time today. It doesn't. However, when you're aware of like where you're at, you also can kind of navigate a lot easier how to not put yourself in a position where your needs don't only not get met, but the need to have even more of what wasn't being met gets exacerbated because you're trying to give from an empty space. You're trying to pour into other people from an evaporated pitcher. Like your pitcher is empty, but yet you're still out here trying to give to everybody else. And on the inside, literally feeling like a hollow nothingness. So my encouragement to you all is check out your relationships in regards to one-to-one. And that first one-to-one starts with you. What's your relationship with you looking like? How are you feeling about you? How are you feeling about what you're doing for you? Have you made some commitments that you need to follow up on? Have you made some commitments to your accountability folks, which my people know the things I'm working on might have to do with some submitting some billing, losing some weight, and making sure that I am creating habits that are going to be supportive towards me being able to get things off my plate so I can actually show up more in a one-to-many capacity, which may look like other business endeavors. Keep your eyes out for that. Other opportunities where what I am doing, I am able to share more fully without actually physically needing to be present. Again, that one-to-many relationship can look very different. It doesn't mean that I or you have to show up for everything and still have a relationship with many folks. When I get off of this live, whomever chooses to listen or listen to the replay or go to the podcast and listen to it, maybe on their way to work or on their lunch break, that's still a relationship that I have with the many folks that are listening to it. I'm claiming it. Lots of people listen. And that only took place because at some point I did sit down and do the work, which, rolling it backwards, looked like I made sure I was okay. I got some rest, took a shower, even though it's a virtual thing and you may just be listening by audio. What you're hearing is the best version of me for this moment in time and this day, because I did the things that would allow me to be able to show up in the fullest version of what I have the capacity for today. Hence today, I might be having tea later in the day, but for now, again, part of the things that I decided to create for my one-to-one relationship looked like me exploring what are some of the things that I want to be putting into my body for this week. How am I going to be moving my body this week? So needless to say, I'll be at the gym. That's where you can find me. You'll catch me out there. I'm drinking some more juices, putting some more specific, just straight protein and veggies with a little bit of fats, healthy fats, so that I can help support muscle building. But me doing that, even though it's an internal thing and it's about my relationship with myself and how I care for myself, it will still be reflected in how I show up for other people. My clients that I work with one-on-one in my therapy practice, my clients that I work with one-to-many in my grouping cohorts and my coaching cohorts, the people that will be a part of my summit once, I roll out those dates. Look out in May, some things are coming. The people that I meet in the community as I'm building relationships with other business owners in the community and looking at how we can collaborate and work together to not only support each other's businesses, but how we can support our community that we're a part of. And that community can be literally your physical. I'm sorry, got so distracted looking outside the window at the people. It can look like your actual community, like where you live at, your city, your hood. It can also look like your professional community, which could be the other folks that are doing the work that you're doing. It can be the community of folks that do adjacent work that allow you all to work together. Again, these various different relationships can go all over the place. It can be your family, your literal biological and extended through marriage and blah, blah, blah. And, play aunties, sisters, cousins. All of those relationships do better when we start with our first intimate relationship with ourselves, make sure we're good. And then as we're giving out ourselves of the day, giving ourselves an opportunity to really look at what do I have the capacity for? And who do I have the capacity for? And how can I show up in a way that still allows me to feel the most authentic version of me that's available, to be specific and clear on how and why I'm showing up and how I can do that and still get my needs met as well. So with that being said, just wondering who out there maybe's got some questions, just having an overall really great day, or looking at what is it that they want to be doing. And I'm sorry, I keep looking out the window. It's just gotta look out for my community, right? Make sure everybody's all good. How are y'all doing today? How's March treating you all? FYI, next month is my birthday month, and I'm accepting and receiving all forms of gratitude and appreciation. So anticipate me taking a break and disappearing, because that's what's helpful to me and my relationship with myself and being able to keep showing up for you all. And then look out for me reappearing like, ta-da, I made it, I'm back. Well, as always, whether there's mini delay or not, there aren't any thoughts, questions, concerns, or any suggestions for topics, because we are taking suggestions. We've got a long list, and I'll be putting only in my Facebook group some specific polls for people to take on upcoming topics, as well as the summit that I am working on in May. Some titles for that, so that the people who I am totally speaking to will have a chance to be a part of the process and actually creating this experience that will be shared one to many. If you aren't in my Facebook group, well, you just might want to hop on over there, because I will only be sharing like specific details in that group. And as things get closer, they will have access to more intimate things and things that will be, for lack of better words, funner and even more fulfilling and full, because they took the time to go ahead and spend a little extra time with me. When I had the random moments where I'm like, yeah, let me jump on live and talk to some people, that's who's going to get access to that information. And it may not be shared out anywhere else. So exclusive opportunities. Oh yeah, and there's like a little motivation that goes on literally every single day. But you'd only get access if you were inside of one of my Facebook groups. And there's one version that's for folks that have worked with me, and there's one that is free that anyone can join. And I believe the current title is Transforming Therapists into the Greatest Versions of Themselves. Guess what? Title change is coming, but guess who's going to get to vote on it? The people in the group, not everybody. That is one to a very specific group relationship that will have the opportunity to influence something that they're all a part of. So without any further delay, like I say, questions, thoughts, concerns, you can text us 626-722-5661. You can shoot us an email, info@greaterself.org. You can totally send me a message in the DMs. I've still got a little bit of merch left. So if you're looking for some Greater Self merchandise, by all means, do hit me in the DMs. We're still in the process of finalizing some website stuff that just, I don't know. It's just doing it. It's doing the thing, but it's not thing in the way I needed the thing. Yeah, we'll probably have a guest this upcoming week. And I think those are it for the announcements for today. Other than, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you all later. Okay, bye y'all.